My dear friends, today I invite you to embrace the profound power of kindness. Let's talk about being kind to everyone, not just when it's easy, but especially when it seems difficult. When we choose kindness, we open the door to healing not just for others, but also for ourselves. Kindness creates a ripple effect, and it transforms the world we live in. Kindness begins with self-love, a foundational principle that nurtures our ability to be compassionate toward others. To truly extend kindness into the world, we must first cultivate a loving relationship with ourselves. This journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance can transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Many of us struggle with self-criticism and negative self-talk, often believing that we are not enough or that we don't deserve love and kindness. These internal narratives can be deeply ingrained, shaped by our experiences, society's expectations, and our upbringing. However, it's vital to recognize that the way we treat ourselves sets the tone for how we treat others. If we are harsh and judgmental toward ourselves, it becomes all too easy to project those same feelings onto the world. But when we practice self-love, we create a nurturing space within ourselves that radiates outward, fostering kindness and compassion in our interactions. Self-love involves acknowledging our worth and embracing our uniqueness. It's about celebrating our strengths and being gentle with ourselves and our weaknesses. To begin this process, take a moment each day to engage in positive affirmations. Look into a mirror and speak to yourself with kindness, just as you would to a dear friend. Say things like, "I am worthy of love, I am enough just as I am, and I honor my journey." These affirmations can help rewire our minds, replacing self-doubt with self-acceptance. Self-love also means setting boundaries and respecting our own needs. It's essential to prioritize our well-being and to recognize that it's okay to say no when something doesn't serve us. Often we feel guilty for putting ourselves first, but understand that self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. By honoring our own needs, we cultivate an inner strength that empowers us to be kinder to others. When we are at peace with ourselves, we can approach others with an open heart, free from resentment or judgment. Another aspect of self-love is forgiveness. Many of us carry the weight of past mistakes, holding on to guilt and shame that hinder our growth. To practice self-love, we must learn to forgive ourselves for the choices we've made. Understand that everyone is human and that mistakes are part of our journey. When we let go of this burden, we free ourselves to embrace the present and to extend that grace to others. As we forgive ourselves, we create a ripple effect, encouraging those around us to do the same. Self-love is also about nurturing our physical and emotional well-being. This includes making choices that honor our bodies, such as eating nourishing foods, engaging in physical activity that brings us joy, and allowing ourselves the rest we need. When we treat our bodies with respect, we send a powerful message to ourselves about our worthiness. Additionally, engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment, be it painting, writing, or spending time in nature, replenishes our spirit and reinforces our self-love. Moreover, self-love invites us to cultivate mindfulness and presence. By becoming aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can better understand our inner world. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or journaling, can help us connect with our true selves, allowing us to observe our thoughts without being controlled by them. This awareness fosters a compassionate attitude toward ourselves, enabling us to respond to challenges with kindness rather than self-criticism. As we nurture our self-love, we begin to notice profound changes in our relationships with others. When we feel worthy and loved within, we become more open and compassionate. We are less likely to react defensively or project our insecurities onto others. Instead, we can approach our interactions with empathy, understanding that everyone is on their own journey and facing their own struggles. This shift in perspective fosters deeper connections and encourages a spirit of kindness. It's also important to remember that self-love is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when self-doubt creeps in and old patterns of negativity resurface. On those days, practice compassion toward yourself. Recognize that it's okay to feel this way and gently guide yourself back to the practices that nurture your self-love. Embrace the idea that growth is a continuous process, and every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. The more we practice self-love, the more we cultivate an environment where kindness thrives. This doesn't just benefit us, it creates a ripple effect that touches everyone we encounter. When we choose to be kind to ourselves, we automatically inspire others to do the same. Kindness becomes contagious, creating a world where compassion and understanding flourish. In closing, let us remember that kindness truly begins within. By nurturing our self-love, we lay the foundation for a life filled with compassion, not only for ourselves, but for everyone around us. The journey of self-love is a powerful one, an adventure that leads to healing, connection, and an expansive capacity for kindness. As we commit to loving ourselves, we unlock the door to a brighter, more compassionate world. So let us affirm together, I am deserving of love, I am enough, and my kindness has the power to change the world. Seeing the good in everyone is a transformative practice that can profoundly change our perspective and relationships. In a world often dominated by negativity and division, cultivating the ability to recognize the inherent goodness in others is a powerful act of love and compassion. When we consciously choose to see the good, we not only uplift those around us, but also elevate our own emotional and spiritual well-being. To begin this journey, we must first understand that every individual is shaped by their unique experiences, challenges, and struggles. Behind every action lies a story, and often behaviors we perceive as negative stem from pain, fear, or misunderstanding. By recognizing that everyone is on their own journey, we can approach others with empathy and compassion. Instead of rushing to judgment, we can take a moment to consider what might be motivating their actions. This practice fosters a deeper connection and helps us realize that we are all human, striving for acceptance and love. When we see the good in others, we shift our focus from their flaws to their strengths. It can be helpful to create a mental list of the qualities you admire in those around you. Perhaps a colleague is exceptionally hardworking, a friend is always there to lend a listening ear, or a family member has a talent for making others laugh. By consciously acknowledging these positive attributes, we begin to retrain our minds to focus on the light rather than the darkness. This shift not only enhances our relationships, but also fosters a sense of gratitude for the people in our lives. One of the most significant barriers to seeing the good in others is our own biases and preconceived notions. We all carry our own beliefs and stereotypes, which can cloud our judgment and influence how we perceive others. To break free from these limitations, it is essential to engage in self-reflection. Ask yourself, what assumptions am I making about this person? Where do these beliefs come from? By examining our biases, we can consciously work to let go of preconceived notions and approach each individual with an open heart. Practicing kindness in our interactions can also help us see the good in others. Small acts of kindness, a smile, a compliment, or a simple gesture of appreciation can have a profound impact on how we view those around us. When we express kindness, we invite positivity into our relationships, creating a cycle of goodwill. As we engage in acts of kindness, we often find ourselves reflecting on the positive qualities that led us to act in such a way. This acknowledgement reinforces our ability to see the good in others and cultivates an environment where kindness thrives. Another powerful tool in this practice is the art of active listening. When we genuinely listen to others, we give them the space to share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This openness fosters understanding and helps us see beyond surface-level interactions. By practicing active listening, we can uncover the beauty and complexity of each individual. We learn about their struggles, their passions, and the goodness that resides within them. This deeper connection enriches our relationships and encourages us to appreciate the positive aspects of those we encounter. It's also crucial to practice forgiveness both for ourselves and others. Holding on to grudges or past grievances can cloud our ability to see the good. When we choose to forgive, we release ourselves from the burden of negativity and allow space for love and compassion to flourish. Recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, including ourselves, can help us approach others with grace. When we see them as imperfect beings striving for growth, we cultivate an atmosphere of understanding that invites kindness and connection. One of the most profound aspects of seeing the good in others is its ripple effect. When we actively look for the good, we inspire those around us to do the same. Our attitude becomes contagious as we reflect positivity. Others may feel encouraged to seek the goodness within themselves and those around them. This creates a supportive environment where compassion becomes the norm and collective kindness can transform communities. It's also important to practice self-kindness while engaging in this journey. Sometimes we may struggle to see the good in others because we're grappling with our own feelings of inadequacy or negativity. By nurturing our own self-love, we can lift ourselves out of judgment and allow our hearts to open. Affirming our own worthiness enables us to extend that same kindness and compassion to others, breaking down barriers and fostering deeper connections. Moreover, this practice of seeing the good in everyone is not about ignoring negative behaviors or allowing harm to persist. It's about holding space for understanding while still advocating for healthy boundaries. Recognizing someone's goodness doesn't mean we condone their actions. Rather, we acknowledge their potential for growth and healing. This nuanced perspective can help us engage in difficult conversations with compassion, aiming to foster change without falling into the trap of negativity. In conclusion, the practice of seeing the good in everyone is a profound and transformative journey. By consciously choosing to recognize the inherent goodness in others, we cultivate empathy, compassion, and deeper connections. This practice requires self-reflection, kindness, active listening, and forgiveness, each contributing to a richer understanding of ourselves and those around us. As we embrace this perspective, we not only uplift others, but also invite a greater sense of love and positivity into our own lives. Together, let us commit to seeing the good in everyone, knowing that each small act of kindness creates a ripple effect that can change the world. Kindness has an extraordinary power to heal relationships, acting as a balm for wounds that may otherwise fester and deepen over time. In a world filled with misunderstandings, conflicts, and emotional turmoil, the practice of kindness can bridge the gaps that divide us and foster connection. Whether it's a simple gesture of goodwill or a deliberate act of compassion, kindness can transform interactions and create a foundation of trust, understanding, and love. At its core, kindness involves recognizing our shared humanity. Every person we encounter is navigating their own challenges, often carrying burdens that remain invisible to us. When we approach others with kindness, we acknowledge their struggles and affirm their worth. This recognition opens the door to deeper connections and encourages individuals to lower their defenses, fostering a safe space where vulnerability can thrive. In this environment, healing can take place, allowing relationships to flourish. One of the most profound ways kindness heals relationships is through the act of forgiveness. Holding on to grudges or past hurts can poison our interactions and create a cycle of resentment. However, when we choose to respond with kindness instead of anger, we create an opportunity for healing. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior, it's about freeing ourselves from the weight of negativity. By offering kindness, we acknowledge the humanity of the other person, allowing them to see their own potential for growth and change. This shift in perspective can break the cycle of blame and pave the way for renewed understanding. Moreover, kindness invites open communication, which is essential for any healthy relationship. When we approach discussions with a spirit of compassion, we create an atmosphere where both parties feel heard and valued. Instead of engaging in blame or criticism, we can express our feelings with kindness, framing our concerns in a way that promotes dialogue rather than defensiveness. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," we might express, "I feel unheard," when we don't discuss things together. This shift not only softens the delivery, but also encourages a collaborative response, fostering a sense of partnership rather than opposition. Practicing kindness also involves being present and attentive. When we take the time to listen actively and engage fully with those we care about, we communicate that they matter to us. This presence can be a powerful healing force, reminding others that they are not alone in their struggles. When someone feels genuinely seen and heard, it can dissolve feelings of isolation and resentment. Simple acts like asking about someone's day and truly listening to their response can strengthen bonds and create a foundation of trust. Additionally, kindness cultivates empathy, allowing us to step into another's shoes and understand their perspective. This empathy is vital when conflicts arise, as it helps us see the situation through the other person's eyes. Instead of reacting from a place of hurt or anger, we can respond with compassion and seek to understand their feelings. This approach not only diffuses tension, but also fosters a sense of connection that can mend rifts and promote reconciliation. When we demonstrate empathy, we affirm that we value the relationship and are willing to work through challenges together. Moreover, kindness serves as a reminder of the positive aspects of our relationships. In times of conflict, it's easy to become fixated on what's wrong, leading us to overlook the love and joy that initially drew us to one another. By consciously practicing kindness, we can shift our focus back to the shared experiences and memories that bind us. Small gestures of affection like a heartfelt note, a compliment, or a spontaneous act of love can reignite the warmth in our relationships and remind us of the beauty we share. Another powerful aspect of kindness in healing relationships is the role of vulnerability. When we choose to be kind, we often model vulnerability ourselves. By expressing our emotions and allowing others to see our struggles, we create an environment where mutual vulnerability can thrive. This openness fosters intimacy, deepening our connections and allowing us to navigate challenges together. When we recognize that we are all imperfect and in need of compassion, we create a bond that strengthens our relationship. Furthermore, kindness encourages patience and understanding. Relationships, like any living entity, require time and nurturing to grow. There will inevitably be challenges along the way, but when we approach these challenges with kindness, we cultivate resilience. Instead of allowing frustration to drive us apart, we can respond with understanding and a willingness to work through difficulties. This patience creates a safe haven where both individuals feel supported in their growth, allowing the relationship to flourish even amidst adversity. The impact of kindness in healing relationships extends beyond individual connections. When kindness becomes a foundational principle in our interactions, it influences our communities and circles. As we practice kindness, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that fosters a culture of compassion and understanding. This collective shift can transform environments, making them more supportive and nurturing for everyone involved. Finally, it's essential to remember that kindness is a choice, and like any practice, it requires intention and effort. There will be moments when it's tempting to respond with anger or frustration, especially in heated situations. However, by consciously choosing kindness, we reclaim our power to heal and transform our relationships. This choice not only benefits those around us, but also nourishes our own spirit, reminding us of the inherent goodness within ourselves and the world. In conclusion, kindness holds a remarkable ability to heal relationships, creating connections rooted in trust, understanding, and love. Through forgiveness, open communication, empathy, and vulnerability, kindness fosters an environment where healing can occur. By consciously choosing kindness in our interactions, we uplift ourselves and those around us, creating a ripple effect of compassion that transforms relationships and communities. Let us commit to embodying kindness in our lives, knowing that every small act can contribute to a more loving and connected world. The energy of kindness is like a boomerang. What we give out into the world comes back to us, often in ways we might not immediately recognize. Kindness is not merely an action, it is an energy, a frequency that carries profound power. It transcends the boundaries of our immediate experience and impacts the collective fabric of life. When we choose kindness, we are not just benefiting the person in front of us, we are contributing to an energy field that nurtures our own well-being and ripples out into the universe, returning to us in multiplied ways. The essence of kindness lies in its selflessness. Genuine kindness expects nothing in return, but because of the natural flow of energy in the universe, the kindness we give often circles back to us. When we act kindly, we release a positive vibration that aligns us with abundance, love, and goodwill. This doesn't mean that every act of kindness results in an immediate reward, but over time, the energy we put out through kindness shapes our lives in ways we might not always expect. It's the law of cause and effect at play. What you sow, you will reap. One of the most significant ways the energy of kindness comes back to us is through the transformation of our own mindset. When we practice kindness regularly, we shift our focus from negativity or self-centeredness to positivity and compassion. This shift not only benefits those around us, but also fundamentally changes our internal state. We begin to see the world through the lens of empathy and generosity, and this naturally leads to feelings of fulfillment and inner peace. Kindness elevates our emotional frequency, creating a feedback loop that fills us with joy, gratitude, and contentment. The act of being kind also impacts our mental and emotional health. Numerous studies have shown that engaging in acts of kindness boosts the production of serotonin, the neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of well-being and happiness. When we help others, our brain releases endorphins, which create what is often referred to as a helper's high. This physiological response means that the energy of kindness not only affects those around us, but also brings us emotional benefits, reinforcing the idea that what we give comes back to us. On a social level, kindness builds stronger relationships and connections. People are naturally drawn to those who exude kindness. When we offer a kind word, a gesture of support, or simply a listening ear, we build trust and deepen our connections with others. These relationships, built on a foundation of kindness, are more likely to be supportive, reciprocal, and enriching. Over time, the kindness we give to others returns to us through the warmth, love, and care we receive from those around us. It creates a circle of goodwill where each person feels valued and appreciated, strengthening the bonds of community and friendship. Kindness also has a way of amplifying itself. When someone is kind to us, it often inspires us to pass that kindness on to others. This creates a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the initial act. For example, if you show kindness to a stranger, they might feel moved to be kind to someone else, creating a chain reaction of positivity that can extend far beyond your original action. While you may not always witness how your kindness affects others, trust that it plants seeds that will grow and return to you in some form, often at a time when you need it most. Furthermore, the energy of kindness can shift our overall outlook on life. Kindness is a practice that helps us move away from a scarcity mindset where we feel that there is not enough to go around to an abundance mindset. When we give freely, whether it's our time, energy, or resources, we reinforce the belief that there is always more to share and that the universe is abundant. This belief creates a sense of flow, where we trust that whatever we give will return to us in some form. It might not come back as we expect, but the act of giving shifts our perspective, making us more open to receiving. It's also important to acknowledge that kindness is a form of self-expression. Every time we act kindly, we are expressing a part of our true selves, the part that is compassionate, loving, and connected to others. The more we express this aspect of ourselves, the more we align with our authentic nature, which naturally attracts positive energy back into our lives. When we live in alignment with our highest values, we create a life that feels more meaningful and fulfilling, which in itself is a powerful return on the energy of kindness. In moments of difficulty or challenge, the kindness we've extended to others can come back to support us in unexpected ways. Life is full of ups and downs, and when we are in need, the energy we've put out often returns to us through the support and kindness of others. Perhaps a person you helped in the past shows up at just the right moment to offer assistance, or maybe an unexpected opportunity arises because of the goodwill you've cultivated in your relationships. While we don't give kindness with the expectation of a return, the universe has a way of ensuring that the energy we release comes back to us when we need it most. Kindness also fosters a sense of purpose and fulfillment. When we engage in acts of kindness, we often feel that we are contributing to something greater than ourselves. This sense of purpose gives our lives meaning and connects us to a broader web of life. As we continue to practice kindness, we start to recognize the interconnectedness of all beings and understand that every act, no matter how small, contributes to the greater good. This recognition brings a sense of peace and fulfillment, knowing that we are playing a part in creating a kinder, more compassionate world. In conclusion, the energy of kindness is a powerful force that not only transforms the lives of those we touch, but also circles back to enrich our own lives. Kindness fosters happiness, builds stronger relationships, promotes mental and emotional well-being, and aligns us with the flow of abundance. Though we may not always see the immediate effects, the energy of kindness is always working behind the scenes, creating ripples of positivity that return to us in ways both subtle and profound. What we give out into the world ultimately comes back to us, making kindness a beautiful and rewarding practice that benefits both giver and receiver alike. Kindness is a powerful force that has the ability to elevate the world's vibration, creating ripples of positivity, compassion, and love that affect not only the individual but the collective consciousness of humanity. In a world that can often feel divided, harsh, and uncertain, acts of kindness serve as beacons of light, raising the energetic frequency of our surroundings and contributing to a more peaceful and harmonious global community. When we choose kindness, we engage in an energetic exchange that transforms not only our relationships and communities but the very vibration of the world. At its core, the concept of vibration refers to the energetic frequency at which everything in the universe operates. Everything is energy, including our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and this energy resonates at different frequencies. Low vibration states such as fear, anger, and resentment drag us down, creating an atmosphere of negativity that perpetuates conflict and division. In contrast, high vibration states like love, compassion, and kindness uplift us, promoting healing, understanding, and unity. When we practice kindness, we align ourselves with these higher frequencies, contributing to a global shift toward peace and connection. One of the most remarkable aspects of kindness is its ability to transcend boundaries. Kindness knows no race, religion, gender, or socioeconomic status. It is a universal language that can be understood by all. When we perform acts of kindness, we send out waves of positive energy that have the potential to impact not just the recipient, but anyone who witnesses the act. This creates a ripple effect where one small gesture can inspire others to act with kindness, and the energy of that kindness multiplies, spreading far beyond the initial action. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to raising the collective vibration of the world. Imagine a world where kindness is the default, where every interaction is infused with love and empathy. The energy of such a world would be vastly different from the one we currently live in. The more people engage in kind actions, the more the overall vibration of humanity shifts. Even in times of crisis or difficulty, kindness has the power to elevate the emotional and energetic state of those involved, bringing a sense of hope and unity. Kindness is also contagious, and its energy can spread from person to person in ways we might not even notice. When we are kind to others, we create a positive emotional response in them. This response often inspires them to pay that kindness forward, creating a chain reaction of goodwill. Each act of kindness raises the vibration of those involved, whether they are the giver, the receiver, or even an observer. As this energy continues to spread, it contributes to a collective shift in consciousness, moving us closer to a world defined by compassion and understanding. The energy of kindness has the unique ability to dissolve barriers between people. In our daily lives, we often encounter individuals who are different from us, whether in terms of culture, beliefs, or personality. It is easy to judge or distance ourselves from those we don't understand, but when we lead with kindness, we bridge the gap between ourselves and others. Kindness allows us to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the shared humanity that connects us all. This elevation of our collective vibration helps dismantle the walls of fear and prejudice, fostering an environment where inclusivity and unity can thrive. On a spiritual level, kindness aligns us with the energy of love, which is the highest frequency in the universe. When we act kindly, we are tapping into the source of all creation, the energy of unconditional love. This alignment raises not only our personal vibration, but also the vibration of the world around us. By living in alignment with this higher frequency, we contribute to a global consciousness that is rooted in love rather than fear. The more people who engage in acts of kindness, the more this frequency spreads, creating a collective shift toward a more enlightened and harmonious world. Another way that kindness elevates the world's vibration is by promoting healing. Both individually and collectively, we carry wounds, whether from personal experiences, generational trauma, or societal pain. Acts of kindness have the power to heal these wounds by replacing negative energy with love and compassion. When someone is kind to us in a moment of pain, it can restore our faith in humanity and help us heal emotionally and spiritually. On a broader scale, collective acts of kindness, such as communities coming together to support those in need, can heal societal divisions and create a more united, compassionate world. The practice of kindness also invites us to become more mindful and present. In our busy, often chaotic lives, we can easily become disconnected from the present moment, operating on autopilot and missing opportunities to engage meaningfully with others. However, when we commit to acts of kindness, we are called to be fully present with the people and situations around us. This mindfulness helps us to slow down and appreciate the beauty and interconnectedness of life, further raising our vibration and contributing to the elevation of the world's energy. Kindness can also transform environments. Think of a workplace, for example, where kindness is encouraged and practiced regularly. In such an environment, employees feel valued, supported, and connected, leading to higher morale, greater productivity, and more harmonious interactions. Contrast this with a workplace where kindness is absent and the energy feels heavy, competitive, or toxic. By choosing kindness, we have the power to elevate the vibration of any space we inhabit, whether it's at work, in our communities, or in our homes. Furthermore, kindness is not just about grand gestures. It is often found in the small, everyday moments. A smile, a kind word, or a simple act of gratitude can have a profound effect on the energy of those around us. These small acts may seem insignificant, but they carry immense energetic weight. Every time we choose kindness, we are actively contributing to the elevation of the world's vibration. The cumulative effect of countless small acts of kindness can lead to a massive shift in global consciousness, making the world a more loving, compassionate place. In conclusion, kindness has the power to elevate the world's vibration in profound ways. By aligning ourselves with the high-frequency energies of love, compassion, and empathy, we contribute to the collective rise in consciousness that is so needed in today's world. Through kindness, we not only transform our personal relationships and environments, but we also play a role in raising the energetic frequency of the entire planet. Each act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to this global shift, creating ripples of positivity that spread far beyond our immediate actions. In a world often dominated by fear and division, kindness is the key to raising the vibration and bringing about lasting peace and unity. Kindness is always a choice, and in every moment we have the power to choose how we will respond to the world around us. It may seem like an automatic or instinctive reaction in some situations, but kindness is, in fact, a conscious decision we make again and again. Whether we are facing adversity, dealing with difficult people, or simply going through the motions of daily life, kindness is an option available to us, even when it feels hard. Choosing kindness can change the course of our lives and the lives of those around us because it sets a tone of compassion, understanding, and grace in the face of challenges. The reality is that life will present us with moments where kindness does not feel like the easiest or most immediate choice. There are times when we are hurt, frustrated, or overwhelmed by the actions of others, and it can feel tempting to react with anger, impatience, or indifference. However, it is in these moments when kindness feels like the most difficult option that it becomes the most powerful. When we consciously choose kindness despite our emotions, we transcend the reactive patterns that can keep us stuck in cycles of negativity and conflict. In doing so, we elevate our own emotional state and bring healing energy into our interactions. One of the most significant aspects of choosing kindness is the recognition that we are not at the mercy of our circumstances. No matter what life throws at us, we retain the ability to decide how we will respond. This is an empowering realization because it places the responsibility for our actions in our own hands. We cannot control what others do or how situations unfold, but we can always control our own reactions. In choosing kindness, we are not condoning bad behavior or ignoring injustices. Rather, we are refusing to let negativity dictate our responses. We are asserting our power to stay aligned with love and compassion, no matter what. Kindness is not only a choice we make toward others, it is also a choice we must make toward ourselves. Often we find it easier to extend kindness to those around us, but struggle to offer the same level of compassion to ourselves. We may be critical of our perceived failures, harsh in our self-judgments, or impatient with our progress. However, self-kindness is essential because it sets the foundation for how we treat others. When we choose to be gentle, patient, and forgiving with ourselves, we are better equipped to extend those same qualities to others. The more we practice kindness internally, the more natural it becomes to choose kindness in our external interactions. In difficult situations, kindness can sometimes feel like an act of surrender, as if we are giving in or allowing ourselves to be taken advantage of. However, true kindness is not about being passive or weak. It is an act of great strength. It takes courage to be kind in the face of adversity, especially when the world around us is telling us to fight back, to hold a grudge, or to respond in kind to negativity. Kindness requires us to rise above those impulses and choose a higher path, one that fosters peace and healing instead of perpetuating conflict. This does not mean allowing others to mistreat us or avoid setting healthy boundaries. Rather, it means approaching every situation from a place of love rather than fear. Choosing kindness also has a profound impact on our relationships. When we consistently respond with kindness, we create an atmosphere of trust and safety in our interactions. People feel more comfortable opening up to us, knowing that they will not be met with harshness or judgment. This creates deeper, more authentic connections, as kindness fosters an environment where vulnerability and openness can thrive. Even in moments of conflict, kindness can diffuse tension and pave the way for reconciliation. A kind word, a gesture of understanding, or simply being willing to listen can go a long way in healing misunderstandings and bringing people closer together. Kindness as a choice is contagious. When we act with kindness, we inspire others to do the same. Our actions can create a ripple effect, where one small act of kindness leads to another, and soon the energy of kindness spreads far beyond our immediate circle. This is how kindness can change the world, one choice at a time. By consistently choosing kindness, we contribute to a culture of compassion and respect, helping to shift the collective consciousness toward greater empathy and understanding. The more people who make the conscious choice to be kind, the more we elevate the vibrational energy of the planet, contributing to a more harmonious and peaceful world. It's important to remember that kindness is not always about grand gestures. While big acts of generosity are certainly meaningful, it is often the small, everyday moments of kindness that have the greatest impact. Smiling at a stranger, holding the door open for someone, offering a listening ear, or giving a sincere compliment, these simple actions may seem insignificant, but they have the power to brighten someone's day and create a positive shift in energy. When we make the choice to practice these small acts of kindness regularly, they add up over time, creating a more compassionate and loving environment for everyone. Of course, kindness is a choice that requires practice and mindfulness. It's easy to be kind when everything is going well, but it's much harder to choose kindness in stressful or challenging situations. This is why cultivating kindness as a habit is so important. The more we practice kindness in everyday moments, the more ingrained it becomes in our way of being. Over time, kindness becomes our default response, even in situations where it might not come naturally. Like any other skill, kindness can be strengthened through practice, and the more we engage in it, the more it becomes second nature. Ultimately, choosing kindness is a commitment to living from a place of love rather than fear. It is a declaration that we believe in the inherent goodness of humanity, and that we are willing to contribute to that goodness through our actions. In every moment, we have the choice to either contribute to the negativity or to elevate the energy around us through kindness. By consistently choosing kindness, we not only improve our own lives, but we also become a force for positive change in the world. Kindness is always a choice, and it is one that has the power to transform both ourselves and the world around us.